Cell, the fundamental unit of life. So let us discuss the cell. Cell is the basic fundamental unit of life. Cell is also the structural and functional unit of life. Structural and functional unit of life. Structural and functional unit of life. What does it mean? Functional unit of life means that all the essential function of the life is performed by the cell itself. When we talk about the discovery of cell, that who discovered the first cell? Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the first cell. Robert Hooke discovered the cell from the cork of plant, and under microscope he observed this honeycomb-like structure, these small compartments inside the cell. He shows this honeycomb-like structure. But the cell which was discovered by the Robert Hooke, it was the dead cell, because cork is the dead part of the plant. So who discovered the living cell? Living cell is discovered by the Leeuwenhoek, and the nucleus is discovered by the Robert Brown from the roots of the orchid plant. Let's talk about the cell theory. Cell theory is given by two scientists. One is Slane and another one is Swan. Slane is a botanist and Swan is a zoologist. Slane said that all plants are made up of cell, and Swan said that all animals are made up of cell. And also Swan said that around a cell in animal cell there is a thin membrane which is called as the plasma membrane, and also they said cell wall is the distinctive feature of the plant cell only. But Slane and Swan was not able to describe or explain that how new cells are formed or how new cells are arised. So another scientist, Rudolf Virchow, came and he said omnis cellula e cellula, which means that all new cells are arise from the pre-existing cells. So Rudolf Virchow modified the cell theory. So in terms of cell theory, we have to remember three scientists: Slane, Swan, and the Rudolf Virchow. Let's another one more thing which you have to keep in your mind, that is an exception to the cell theory, that which organism does not follow the cell theory. So virus is the exception to the cell theory. Virus does not follow the cell theory, because you know virus behave as a living organism, but it is inside the living organism, and it will behave as a non-living when it is outside the living organism. So let's talk about the differences in the varieties in the shape and size of the cell. When we talk about the size, so we have the mycoplasma as the smallest cell, which is of 0.3 micrometer, and ostrich egg as the largest cell. Also, when we talk about the RBC are the largest cell in the human body, and nerve cell, which can reach up to 1 meter, is the largest cell. Nerve cell is the longest cell in the human body. Also, when we talk about the variety in shape of the cell, we have a RBC, which is round in shape. We have that amoeboid shape, and WBC is also the amoeboid shape. We have these tracheids, which are elongated shape, and we have this nerve cell also, which is branched and long. So we have different type of cells on the basis of shape. We have different types of cell on the basis of size also. So nerve cell is the branched and long cell. So this is all about the introduction of cell. Let us discuss about the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. The first and basic difference between two cells, that prokaryotic are the unicellular, or you can say it's unicellular, and eukaryotic is multicellular, right? Simple means यहाँ unicellular से है, and complex or organized means multicellular. Another difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic on the basis of cell wall. Prokaryotic cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, and eukaryotic cell wall, if present in animal cell wall is absent, but if present, like in plant, cell wall is made up of cellulose, and in fungi that is made up of chitin. Another main difference is the ribosome. On the basis of ribosome, in prokaryotic we have 70S type of ribosome, and in eukaryotic we have 70S and 80S ribosome. Both ribosomes are present, 70S ribosome and 80S ribosome also. Another difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic, that prokaryotic cell has membrane-less nucleus. Membrane-less nucleus is present, and in prokaryotic we have well-defined nucleus. Well-defined nucleus is present, nuclear membrane is present, nucleolus is present, and in prokaryotic nucleolus is also absent. Another difference is the genetic material, that in prokaryotic we have circular DNA, and in eukaryotic we have linear DNA. Also in prokaryotic we have DNA is in naked form, that means no histones, and in eukaryotic we have histone bound DNA, means histone proteins are present in the eukaryotic organism. Another difference is the basis of on the size. Prokaryotic cells are generally smaller in size, they can be up to 1 to 2 micrometer in size, and eukaryotic cells are larger in size, they can reach up to the 10 to 12 micrometer in size. Another difference is the plasmid. Plasmid is present in plasmid is present in prokaryotic cell, but it is absent in the eukaryotic cell. It can be sometimes present, but most of the time it's really present in eukaryotic cell. Otherwise, plasmid is the distinct feature of the prokaryotic cell. We will study about the plasmid when we will discuss in detail about the prokaryotic cell. Another one difference is the basis of division, that how reproduction is happen in both the cells. Prokaryotic cells are basically follow simple division, that is binary division, but in eukaryotic we have mitosis and meiosis, both type of reproduction, or we can say prokaryotic cell only follow asexual reproduction, but eukaryotic cell follow both sexual and asexual reproduction both. So this is all about the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell difference. So, and in detail we are going to discuss the prokaryotic cell in the next video.